Namaste, beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness, here to help you uplift and enhance your spiritual well-being. Well, welcome to today. Welcome to our daily bloom time. So today I'm going to, welcome to our morning message for today. Let's get started on our morning bloom message. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. Today is Monday, May the 11th. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. All right, we're going to start off with the Buddha Doodles. Left card. Which one kind of sits with me? Oh, let's try this one. We're just going to take one. Surrender. This is release. So whatever stress you're carrying, whatever problem you're wrestling with, whatever obstacle or challenge you're encountering today, just let it go. Just surrender. Just let it go. Let it go. There's a song about that. Let it go. All right. Now I want to pick an empowerment card. I feel like Monday is a great day for empowerment. Now let's see what message this brings for you today. Today is an opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. That's a great message for a Monday. Today is the opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. So whatever you want to whatever you envision, what does your life look like? Let's build it starting today. And why not one more? It's a Monday. You already have what it takes. You already have what it takes. You can do something to build the life you want today. You can do one thing. And you have the resources to do that. Okay, so started on our self-care. Self-care is healthcare. Now, today is Monday, so I have a self-care framework that I use for the week. So Mondays are my facial days. So I've already done my facial this morning. So get those facial appliances that you use, get all of your facial products out, use the ones that are almost empty so that we can declutter somewhat. And then give yourself a beautiful facial today. It's very relaxing. So just for your information, if you're interested, I do an exfoliating scrub, and then I do a clay mask, and then I put on a deep moisturizer, and then I do facial massage. I use my gua sha stone, my jade roller. I use cupping. So get out all of those facial appliances that you have, your LED mask, your waxing, whatever you use. Make them work for you today. So today is facial skincare day. Go ahead and invest some time in that if you choose to. Now, you may have another routine you do on Monday, but I'm just using my framework. You do you. But I also wash my makeup brushes and sponges so that they keep them clean and sanitized. When you are engaged in self-caring activities, your brain releases a feel-good chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is that activation chemical. It helps you to get activated with if you want to start a task. So the one thing that you want to do today to build the life you want, if you engage in a self-care activity, right after that, you're going to have that brain chemical to get engaged, to get motivated, to initiate that thing. So choose what that thing is and drop it in the comments, because when you write it down, you're making a commitment. And when you commit it to writing, you're more likely to follow through. So let's see what our healthcare routine is for today. Now, you can do a good facial massage. You can have get your partner to give you a massage. But if not, if you have some massage appliances like a shiatsu machine, use those. Get those out and make them work for you. That's what you bought them for. But giving yourself a massage is going to release toxins, so make sure you're hydrating. And let's pick one more. I'm going to just take this one. Oh, you could do energy work. Breath work is great. When your breath work manages your nervous system. So when you are in your sympathetic nervous system, you're usually breathing faster and your breaths are shallow. When you want to shift to a more relaxed state, a rest and digest state, instead of your fight or flight state, you need to do some breath work. So breathe in, but make sure you're exhaling longer than your inhale, because that sends the signal to your body that you're safe. So your body's producing less adrenaline, less cortisol. So when you do your breath work, your energy work, it's helping to manage your nervous system. So inhale and then exhale. I like to do twice as long. So if I inhale 4, I'm going to exhale to the count of 8. What this is going to do, it's going to signal to your body that you're safe, so you can get into that parasympathetic nervous system, which is going to help you relax. It's going to help you be more calm throughout the day. Notice your breath. If you're at work and you're breathing rapidly and shallow, you're in fight or flight mode, and that's not good long term. That's just for short-term safety. But if you're working at work and you feel yourself start to get stressed, take some time, do some breath work. And you can envision, as you're exhaling, you're releasing whatever tension you're holding in your body. Okay, so now that we have talked about our self-care, we're going to take advantage of that dopamine drop, and we're going to go ahead and initiate a task to help us and order in our environment. An orderly environment also is soothing to your nervous system, and you're being triggered all the time by piles of laundry, piles of dishes, clutter all over the place. You have to move something to sit down. You can't find what you need. You're always in fight or flight mode. Your environment will dictate whether you're in your parasympathetic or your sympathetic nervous system. A clean, calm, orderly environment helps for you to stay in that parasympathetic nervous system, which is healthier for you, but it's also happier for you. So that's why I advocate so strongly about organization and keeping your home manageable. All right, let's pull an activity for today. What should it be? Oh, how appropriate. It's an organized to utilize. So this is a playlist on my YouTube channel. All my videos are archived there. And any topic in this deck that I created is addressed in the playlist. There is a video on everything. So there's a robust tutorial on your crystal. Now, it just so happens I'm having my hydration beverage, which is mint tea, which I add some collagen to because self-care as well. So I add, I make mint tea, and then I add my collagen powder. So anyway, organized to utilize is crystal. Now, one of the reasons that we want to have our crystal in good condition is because we want to use it. You have all that stuff, and I know a lot of that's heirloom crystal, a lot of that stuff you got for your wedding, but you know what? It adds elegance to your day. It's uplifting. Why not? Okay, so if it chips, I get it. You feel your fear-based energy is, what if it breaks or chips? I get it. You know what? There's a company called Replacements. You can get it replaced. It's not as expensive as it used to be, and it's not as hard to come by as it used to be. Plus, even if you're afraid to use your good stuff and you want to save that for special occasions, you can use your inexpensive stuff. I got a set of 10 of these at a garage sale for $5, and I use them every day. So on that note, here's my tips. If you're going to clean your crystal in your sink, I have a cast iron farmhouse sink. Put a towel in the bottom. It's best to hand wash your crystal using plastic bins. If just 2 bins, it's in the video. I hand wash the crystal in 1 bin. You can just use warm soapy water. You can use a dishwashing tablet if you want. And then you can rinse in clear water with a little bit of vinegar. I suggest wearing protection over your hands, some sort of gloves, so that you're not going to dry out your hands. So if you're going to clean your crystal, and let me tell you what, when you clean your crystal and the light hits it, it's uplifting because it's sparkly when it has that dull. When you see that, it literally, your subconscious is just reacting to that, and you perceive it as being dirty, and it's not uplifting. But when it shines, it is truly uplifting. It just catches the light, and that light is uplifting. Okay, so crystal adds elegance even to your everyday. So use it. Store in an accessible place, yet a safe place. You know, you don't want it on the lower shelf where, you know, kids and pets can get to it and knock it all over, but also in a place where you can access it. A china cabinet is a great place as long as you go and use it. It's not just for holidays. Crystal can add elegance to your everyday life. I mean, you can go sit in the sun for a few minutes and take your little glass of tea out in your crystal goblet. Let me know how that feels. And then one of the safety aspects is, while you're cleaning, you do want to look for chips, because chips can create injury, and we don't want that. So do check for chips, flea bites, chips, breakage, those things, you know, at that point, that's unusable. Okay, so that is going to be our organized to utilize for today. Okay, friends, so let's get into the astrology and the tarot. So for today's main aspect, the sun is sextiling Jupiter. You are going to love this energy. Now, the sun is in Taurus, which is Venus energy, and then we have the Jupiter in Cancer, which feels very nurturing. This is a beautiful energy. It's the cosmic equivalent of a window cracking open after a long, stuffy winter. There's optimism and growth confidence, generosity, and an opportunity to get a gentle boost. So you may feel as though you're very blessed today. You're going to feel like, here's the Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Could be about work. You're going to feel like there's a lot of creative abundance, emotional healing, and building something lasting, not flashy. And you're going to feel more comfortable in your own skin. There's that Queen of Cups. Absolutely lovely energy. Knight of Wands, love that. That's high energy dynamic. You're going to feel that energetic boost today. Six of Cups in the challenging position. Okay, that's what we're going to surrender. There's something coming back from your past. It feels nostalgic, but it doesn't feel like it's nostalgic in a really positive way. It feels like you're ruminating over a memory. And today, that's what we're going to surrender. So I'm not going to worry about that right now because it's obviously indicated that it needs to surrender. Could be a family issue, but I'm also getting some cards of work here. I have this Knight of Pentacles. This is kind of like that slow, long energy. And then all of a sudden you get this creative boost. That's the energy coming through for today. I really feel like with these two cards, this is just like this creative inspiration. That's where that creative abundance is coming through. It's almost like you just get that aha moment. Now, it could be a resolution to this situation so you can finally surrender it, but it may also be because of the cards that we've already pulled today for our uplifting Monday moment, that this is something you're going to release so that you can build the life you want. And this might be kind of an anchor weight that's weighing you down. So just kind of take a few moments when you're doing your breath work and maybe ask yourself, why do I feel unsettled? What is making me feel unsettled today? That is something that's coming in your past. There might be a creative inspiration in order to resolve it so you can surrender and just let it go. Or you can just surrender it to the divine and say, you know what, I've done all I can do on this situation. You can't control other people. You can't control their actions. And it just might be you've had enough. And so you just surrender it and say, you know what, I've done everything I can. I know in my heart I've done everything I can to resolve this situation. I have to turn it over. Okay? So the other cards here, I really feel like this is a great card of emotional surrender. This is a card that is just that Queen of Cups energy. That's that Cancerian energy with Jupiter, but it's just, this just feels like it's something you can't fix. So just surrender it. Just release it. If you need to do a burning bowl ceremony, you can do that. But if you just want to do it when you're doing your breath work, just, I release it. I surrender this. I cannot control it. I've done everything in my power, and it just keeps lingering. It's been a long time. This has been something that has been influencing your energy for a long time. It's time to let it go. So whatever it is, let it go. I see here, this is the Eight of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. And usually the Eight of Pentacles to me is like you've really been trying to work this out for a long time. This could be a work-related issue. It could be that, you know, you've been really, really working on this one project and you've hit a snag and you've been really trying to work through it. And then all of a sudden you just say, okay, I can't do this. I just need help. And then you get that creative download. This is the Knight of Wands, and this is kind of spring energy. So this is a timing card. So it seems to be happening during this energy of the season. But also the Knight of Wands card to me is just, you know, kick-ass energy. I mean, I love the Knight of Wands energy. It's like you get the inspiration. You're really raring to go. You can really move forward. The Knights to me are action takers. They're change makers. You know, they get an idea and they're going to move on it. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is going to deliberately do step by step, think it through. The Knight of Wands is a little bit more impulsive, but I like this impulsive energy. It's kind of like something, it's an energy that is like a lightning bolt that gets you out of the stuckness. You know, you have a mental block. There is a writer's block or some sort of mental block that is just not allowing you to move forward. But then when you surrender, all of a sudden you get that inspiration. And you're surrendering control, but then you get that creative spark and it ignites you. And now you're just like, okay, now I can get this done. Now I can get this fixed. I love it. It could be about something from your past. It doesn't have to be. That's just for some of you. It could be a family issue with this Jupiterian energy and the sun in Taurus. It could be about a family. It could be something about an aging relative. But it's the surrender. It's the emotional surrender that's going to make the difference today. All right. I hope that helps. I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. And until then, my friends, namaste.